Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Infiniti QX50. Before we get in this video though, as always, if you're going to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a CVT automatic. Fuel economy is 22 around town and then 28 on the highway, with power outputs being 268 horsepower and then 280 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see this light, kind of like bluish gray. It looks really sharp. And then popping down below, very sporty design for the headlights. And you guys can see all the chrome trim here with the grille, of course, the giant Infiniti logo there that doubles as a sensor. And then we've got parking sensors here at the bottom, and looks like we also have fog lights. So putting it all together, I think this looks pretty sharp with the front end design. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 255, 45, 20 in the front and over in the rear. You can see with the wheels, you've got gray for the color, which, you know, contrasts, because it's a darker gray, contrasts nicely to the kind of lighter bluish gray here with the paint. And look at the metallic flake in that paint, by the way. It's pretty cool looking. You can see the fender flares here and then the rest of the bodywork. You do have some silver trim mixed in, and then there's also silver on the mirror caps and then also around the window trim. And then here is the full side profile with the QX50. And then taking a look at the key fob, we have a remote start function, lock and unlock. We've got the opening for the hatch as well. Taking a look at the cargo area, it's actually pretty dang spacious. That's one of the things that's nice about the QX50. And then underneath here, yeah, got good storage space. We've got these tabs to fold down the seats if you need even more space. Got these nice metallic plaques there in the back as well. When you're all done, just press that and then it'll lower the hatch right back down. Now taking a look at the taillights, again, they still have that sharp design just like the front end, and then you got all the rest of the badging here on the back. Look at the exhaust tip covers here at the bottom. And then putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here. Now popping inside, I love the coloration here. So you got the brown with the blue, and then you've got this kind of like cream white. Again, you can see the trim there, lots of different colors. Anyway, sunshade for the rear passengers. And by the way, it is soft touch pretty far down onto the door panel, which is definitely nice. Here are the seats. You can see the cool quilted design down the center. Legroom back here is pretty good. We've got a little storage pocket. We've got some vents here in the back. We've got heated seats, USBs. We've got our own climate zone as well. We also have a cup holder armrest. And then headroom. It's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel again, you got like the brown trim here at the top with the blue and then all the different colors, just like the back door panel. All the windows are automatic. The mirrors power fold in, you got memory seats, and this has the high performance sound system with Bose. Pretty solid sound system overall. We do have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors too. And then here are the seats. Again, you got like the black trim there with the quilted design. All of our adjustments there on the side. Got our light controls here. That's your steering assist on the highway. You can see parking sensors for the heads-up display, and then that's opening for the hatch. And then again, that kind of design theme continues, and you've got the blue there. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, again, brown for the coloration here, nice soft touch trim, paddle shifters there on the back. We also have controls for the adaptive cruise control. You've got controls for the voice command, volume controls, all of that normal stuff, and pretty cool design with the steering wheel. And then you get your stocks there on the back. And then we've got this partially analog, partially digital gauge cluster. You can scroll through different menus, see different bits of information on the vehicle with this screen, which is always a nice thing. You can see the fuel economy that's been averaged so far. So in reverse, we do have a 360 camera system. We've got trajectories that turn with the steering wheel. You can see the bird's eye view there as well. Not necessarily the best resolution on the planet, but it gets the job done. And then as for the rest of the screen, it is a touchscreen, but you can also control it via a dial. So they make things pretty straightforward with that. And then we do have a secondary screen down below. You guys can see this controls stuff like the climate controls are on the either side, heated and ventilated seats. You've got, again, touch response time. So this is basically the main infotainment system. That's why the radio controls are at the bottom. So it's kind of interesting with the double screen setup. Wireless phone charging pad here, and then you see some USBs with the cup holders as well. Got the shifter. Again, look at the contrast in the brown, and then you got like the blue here with the suede. This is the control for that top screen, by the way. And then your drive mode select, which will actually pop up here, but then also here as well for the different drive modes. Parking brake here, and then you can see the center console. I like this. I think this trim's nice, and it continues on the dash with that theme. And notice how that connects across. And you get like the blue. This is pretty cool. Heads-up display as well. And then with the glove box, yeah, pretty solid. And then just a regular mirror up top. And then we do have a premium headliner. You can kind of see there on the side, and then panoramic center. So here's a quick look at the window sticker. Sorry about the glare because it's on my phone screen. But anyways, QX50 Autograph. So pretty much comes standard with almost everything. There's a few options, but not a lot. Anyways, $61,610 is the total MSRP. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors. Go through the rear, and well, let's set off. So setting off in the QX50, and let's start with seat comfort. So these seats with the padding and everything, they're comfortable, they're nice. They did a good job with that. And when it comes to the ride, it's also pretty comfortable. Again, this isn't a big SUV, it's a kind of smaller unibody. I would almost call it like a crossover. And so, you know, for what it is, I mean, it drives pretty well. Now, on top of that, let's put it into the sport mode here. This has a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder, and it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. You can tell that it is a CVT. It doesn't hide that, but it's a pretty good one. I mean, again, I'll pop in the sport mode here in the manual mode. You can see the quote-unquote downshifts and the quote-unquote upshifts. I mean, look how quick the dial's moving. Again, it still feels like a CVT, but it's very responsive. They did a good job with it. And then in terms of other daily driving stuff, you know, road noise and everything, I wouldn't say that it's better than anything else in the segment. It's pretty normal. And yeah, there's not a lot to talk about with the QX50. I feel like it's the biggest thing that I can tell that they're trying to like use as a selling point in this car is this crazy interior with the Autograph here. Sorry, GoPro's kind of leaning to the side. But yeah, just the contrast with the brown and the blue and the white. It's out there, but again, it works somehow. I don't know how, because this is, I mean, just so many different tones and colors and everything, but it somehow looks good. It somehow works. And so with that being said, you know, a little bit of torque steer, it feels like, with the front end. Interesting. But yeah, with that being said, I think the QX50 overall, it's a pretty solid offering. It doesn't really, other than the interior, it doesn't really do anything too crazy. What I would say though is, I think that now that they've got that 9-speed automatic, and they have in the QX60, and then some Nissan's product too, I think they need to put that in this car. I think Nissan needs to just, outside of the, I get it in the economy cars, like in the, you know, Sentra and the Versa having a CVT, but in the Infiniti brand and in the higher up Nissans, I think that they should stick with the torque converter automatic. I mean, that's just what consumers want, and their torque converter automatic's great. It's a great transmission, and the tuning with that 9-speed in the new Nissan Z Nismo, it's just super sharp. If they put that in something like this, it would be a really, really compelling car. So let me know what you guys think about the QX50. I think it's a solid car, but I do think that this would benefit greatly from the 9-speed that is in the other product. And also, they've got that, you know, turbo V6. That would be cool to have in a, you know, performance-oriented QX50, and then in the QX60 as well.